Greetings and salutations, moppers, and welcome back to Fate Grand Order. What you call this? Bellum Novae Humanitas Archetype Inception. Last time, while escaping from, I don't know, the mech faction. I think Avalon Corp or Avacorp or something. It's headed by like Thomas Edison. You can tell when they mention he introduced capitalism to Moon Dubai. We skipped to the sands, the Sea of Sands, I guess, because the desert sand is so fine that it'll sink like quicksand. And after being attacked by a faction, I'm not super sure which one, all of them wanted to kill us. We went to port in Old Dubai, which is controlled by Janako, who came here 19 years earlier, which is wild. She has spent a long time alone. A long time alone. And I think there's another. She said there was another moon cancer who was summoned via humanity. So technically, we have a possibility of 2 allies. Anyways, I believe, judging by the name Lion Sky, the terrifying mechanized empire, I believe Addison is now attacking us. So thankfully, he gave us a week to get our materials ready. So let's go. Section 5. Lion Sky, the terrifying mechanized empire. Scorched sunlight, the rustle of dry wind over the dunes, all clear in the western desert once again. Man, sure has been peaceful around here ever since Janako's guests started taking out all those sandworms. Hey, how come the wind's so strong out here in the desert anyway? Is that just what the climate's set to? It's caused by the difference in air pressure. You know how Area 1 has an underground nuclear fusion reactor, right? Well, they made a vent for expanded air around it, over by the dome's edge. That's why there is the desert, you know. It's not because it's still undeveloped. It's because things work better this way. Huh, interesting. See, I was over in the mall before I moved to Old Dubai. I never cared about what was going on there. So there's still a lot I don't know about how Moon Dubai is put together. Actually, what about the other citizens? It's only been 19 years since we were awoken, right? Aren't they all still figuring out their identities too? Nah, only sleepyheads like you struggle with that. Most of us figured out who we want to support as soon as... Hold on. Is that a sandworm? No. There's dust clouds covering the horizon. Oh crap! Those are Alvatron Company environment suppressors. And there must be at least 20 of them. Contact Hasara, now! Tell him the Thomas Alva as a mechanized empire from Area I is invading. Morning. No start to a Dubai morning like a cup of sweet milk tea.
Good morning, Senpai. I'm told you don't have any sandworm hunts today. Shinako said she has something important to discuss with us, so she'd like us to come see her before noon. What's going on outside?
Sabah al-Khalil. Good morning, Kadia. Good thing you're still here. We have an emergency on our hands, and we need you three to lay low here. If you go out there, you'll only complicate things. Does this emergency have something to do with all those military boots pounding on the ground outside?
I could hear dozens and dozens of armored feet, even from all the way up here. Yeah, it does. Mechanized soldiers from Area I have forced their way into our territory. They've pretty much taken over the plaza, though at least they're not attacking us yet. They're probably trying to pressure Jinako into surrendering. It's Edison's typical go-to tactic.
Edison? As in that Edison?
You know him? The guy with the lion head. He sure doesn't strike me as one of your companions.
If he has a lion head, then he's definitely the Edison we know. I'm sorry to ask this, but is there somewhere we can watch and not be seen from?
Well, you can get a good view of the plaza from the lookout tower, but... oh, fine. It's only big enough for you and Baradeko, so you'll have to stay here, Bartholomew. Got it. Keep an eye on them for me, Masara. Don't let them run off on their own. Alright, you can come with me. You can come with me. But remember, these mechanized soldiers have excellent audio sensors. So no talking until I tell you it's safe. Understood?
Nod quietly. So sandy, so dusty, so rustic, so typical of the limited urban development capacity of a pathetic, puny political party. This place hasn't changed one iota since the last time I was here. What a tragedy that this is the best a pure-blooded Mooncaster area can do. Well, worry not, people of Odubai. I would never leave you in the grip of such mediocrity. Everyone should be equal in the face of the oncoming apocalypse, which is why I support giving every citizen of Moon Dubai fully mechanized bodies. Join me now, and I'll even make it one of our newest enhanced exoskeleton models. What's that you say? How generous of me? Magnanimous? Presidential even? Huh. He's changed. Now, no need to pass judgment as though it was as though it was universal truth. But yes, I am the greatest inventor and entrepreneur of all time. I am the up-and-coming Mooncaster who will unite all of Moon Dubai. Thomas Alva Edison Alter. What the hell is that? I probably shouldn't yell that. I got it.
Shut up before they see us.
Now then, where might I find Jinako? I thought we could have a morning debate. Candidate to candidate.
Our leader's deep in her meditations. She won't be coming outside anytime soon, so you'll have to come back later.
Is that all the backbone you can muster? Ah well, timid leader, timid subordinates. Well, that's quite alright. You're not gonna say where she is. My business here isn't with her anyway. I'm putting together a super dynamic general elite squadron to represent the best of what my Alvatron company has to offer you, see. And I believe such a squadron deserves golden bodies to symbolize their brilliance. And so I'll just help myself to your era's muzzleload of precious metals. That goes so. Sook. Oh, don't worry. You people won't have to lift a finger. You may well shatter your cervical vertebrae if you were to drop my precious gold with those weak, flimsy hands of yours. My Alvatron company's transport department has already arrived at the Gold Souk. They should finish relocating everything in approximately 4 hours. You can all just relax and enjoy some tea in the meantime.
What? You can't do that. The Gold Souk is one of the few production lines we have.
Ah, yes. It is regrettable that I must trample all over your personal property in this way. But, so it goes with capitalism? No, industrialism. Everything I do is in service of my vision. The complete mechanization of humanity. Mechanized soldiers. What is the Alvatron Company's motto? Down with humanoids 2nd and 3rd gen. Convert all of humanity to work machines. Let humanity produce materials without thought. Let humanity devote itself to serving civilizations of other star systems. Wait, really? Erase all traces of war from this planet. Very good. Looking sharp yet again, men. Perhaps a bit too much subjectivity for my taste, but no matter. I am the greatest and magnanimous Essen. If anyone here has any complaints about our slogan, I'm willing to hear you out. Assuming any of you have the backbone to voice them, that is. Take the charge. Oh, that's your one.
That lion and Shay stole everything from the Gosook! He's gone too far this time. This is so awful I could cry. Who does he think he is, taking our gold while I'm busy being a shut-in? Please, Bear Draco, you gotta teach that lion-head jerkface a lesson.
I know. We can't let this stand. I can't believe even S has become an altar now.
Take it easy, Chinako. This actually works out perfectly. We were going to have to pay a visit to Essen's earlier eye sooner or later anyway. And not just us. This concerns you too, Bear Draco.
What do you mean? Are you saying it's Senpai's fault that Essen became such a bad guy?
No, that was all Essen. This is about Lip. Remember what I said about Passion Lip's statue? Essen actually took that too. He and his stupid machine army made up a bunch of nonsense and took it before we could stop them. Now he's put it up in his factory, where his soldiers treat it like their idol. Huh? Why would he do that? That lion-headed jerk.
I think I might have an idea. With mechanized soldiers, Lip's hands are both powerful weapons and beautiful works of art. Essen probably brought her statue into his factory to boost morale.
So Essen's been taking unfair advantage of Otubai, and he's mistreating Lip? He definitely needs to be punished. I'd say he deserves to have 60% of his assets seized. Minimum.
I almost forgotten how scary match can be sometimes.
We've been waiting for an opportunity to get Lip back ourselves. We even have a route into Area I all mapped out. The only problem is, we're not equipped to carry her heavy statue out of there without the soldiers spotting us. But if you're there with us, we can just make contract with her and make her, well, not a statue anymore. With Lip back in servant form, those mechanized soldiers won't stand a chance. We'll bolster our forces and grind away at theirs all at once. What do you say? Are you in? Lip was one of us to begin with. So of course we're in, right, Master?
Of course. You know it. Now tell me more. Alright. I knew you'd agree, but thanks just the same, Bear Draco. Okay, Hasara, hurry up and get that dummy container ready. The plan couldn't be simpler. You'll sneak into one of the containers that's scheduled to be transported to Area I, then free Lip once you get there. We'll also send a secret sand ship to Area I's harbor, and trust that Basamu's navigational skills will make getting out easy. As for the security systems, don't worry, I'll send along Musaka, the hacking mouse, to disable them. Essen's probably pretty smug after plundering our gold souk, so let's take advantage of that to sell this once and for all. Can't believe she has a plan. It's not a terrible plan either. Casters, huh? It's really cramped in here. It's really hot in here. It's getting hot in here.
It's been 2 hours since we boarded this container. Assuming everything's going to plan, we should be in the factory now.
I can hear the mechanized soldiers outside. Sounds like it's almost time to make our move. They said this container should be taken to Zone 21, where Lip's been put on display, right?
Right. Jinako acquired a map of the factory before we left, and Asara's team calculated the transport route for us. Their calculations are so exact they borders on outright prognostication.
Too many concepts for me.
Even just for life in Old Dubai, they seem as accurate as one of Shiba's observations of the future.
If you say so, Mash, then it must be true. Oh, right. I keep forgetting they're all actually incredibly advanced AIs.
I'm completely on board with their plan too, but there was one threat they couldn't account for. My heart's beating so fast, I'm actually having a little trouble breathing. I'm a little worried it might slow me down.
Oh no! Are you feeling motion sick? I thought you would be used to swaying like this.
No, it's not that. Your hidden eye is always a sight to behold, but it's even more beautiful now. I don't suppose you could stay in the Orchanax the whole time we're in Moon Dubai, could you?
No, I can't. Sitting up like this takes a lot of magical energy, so...
Gotcha. Then I'll just have to really focus on this moment, so I can remember it in perfect detail.
Bartholomew, focus. Maybe they should recognize the pirate first.
The container just stopped. The container has stopped. I'm not picking up any heat signatures of mechanized soldiers outside. We'll break out of the container in 48 seconds, in accordance with the plan. Then make our way to the warehouse where Lip's statue is on display. 30, 35, 40, 45, now! This factory!
Yep. Couldn't forget this place if I tried. Yeah, the output here must be something else.
It doesn't seem connected to Moon Dubai's technology. It's completely automated. No AI in sight. Hang on. That's weird. Every facility we've seen in Moon Dubai so far has been staffed by AI. Even the Marriott Hotel was no exception. Why haven't they automated more of their workload?
Good question. With their advanced engineering, it should be easy for them.
No, never mind that now. We need to focus on the plan. It could be that Old Dubai and the Marriott Hotel are the exception, rather than the rule. Lip's statue should be in the next warehouse over. They said it's right in the center. We can't miss it, they said. Come on, Bear Draco, Mash. This icy cold factory is no place for a delicate maiden like her.
Yeah, hang in there, Lip. We're coming for you. She's not here? I don't see her anywhere.
According to the map, she should be in this warehouse. Maybe she was moved?
Maybe they knew we were coming. In which case...
Damn it! They did know. Unregistered workers detected. There are 0 factory tours scheduled for today. Please present your citizen IDs within 30 seconds. If you are unable or unwilling to comply, you will be considered hostile litigants in accordance with Edison's law.
Surveillance robots are entering through the openings in the ceiling. They are already scanning us.
We've got to destroy them in the next 30 seconds. Let's settle this quickly, Master.
Damn it, Bartholomew story member. Sucks. Damn it, and Master story member. Da Vinci actually probably fine. There's the CE that has Pierce Invincible and MP game, right?
Doesn't even remember which one it is. Ah. Sweet crystal. Swap this out for the assault uniform. Or slice of battle. Okay, so swap. I guess Bartholomew's fine where he is because he has 50% already. And then Testoria would charge him as well, so. Oh dear. Perfect. We got one turn, so gotta go all out.
たまには海賊ら
私の
たまには海賊らしく行くか
Should be enough.
駆け抜けるら前人未到未開の馬よ
Oh, yeah.
駆ける轍を残せ人生はとても楽しいビューティフルジャーニー
Perfect.
夏のサイダーのような爽やかな勝利だエレガント
Unregistered intruders detected. Please present your citizen IDs within 30 seconds. Unregistered criminals detected. Please present your citizen IDs within 40 seconds. Unregistered destroyers detected. Please present your citizen IDs within 50. Never mind. Initiating extermination. Talk about the tyranny of the majority. They're no problem individually, but they just keep coming.
They're going to sound the alert. We have to do something before the mechanized soldiers show up.
We can't let ourselves get surrounded. What should we do? Should we fight or retreat? Already? Damn it! Now we'll have to run for it.
Wait, you don't need to retreat now. Those drones are defective. The more of them are active, the longer it'll take them to sound the alert. It takes a lot of processing power for them to assess a situation. You're here for Passion Lip, right? Come with me. I'm Ben. I'm the general of the Mechanized Soldier Army, and Thomas is his master. I'm not prepared to do battle with you all at this time.
Oh, this is nice, baby.
No need to introduce yourselves. You don't have much time.
It won't be long before they detect you. Passion Lip statue is in zone 26, not zone 21, where you just were. You have a map of the factory, right? Then use it to take the shortest possible route to her before Thomas shows up. I appreciate the info, but why are you doing this? Thank you, but why are you helping us? It is a matter of principle. I am not doing this for you. I am doing it for Passion Lip. She might be an AI being, but she's not like us, and she's obviously not like the mechanized soldiers either. She was born from something not at all human. It's only a matter of time before Area I becomes a battlefield. She shouldn't be here when that happens. Why? Because she's not cut out for fighting? Because she's a woman? Fighting? No, as a weapon, Passion Lip's capacity for destruction is astonishing. She is most assuredly suited for combat. That's why Thomas seized her from Area C. But the idea of sending her into a battle disgusts me in a way I can't ignore.
Does this mean you and Thomas Alva Edison have had a falling out?
No, the matter of Passion Lip is our only difference in opinion. I am just as much an advocate of Thomas's vision as any of my fellow AIs who volunteer to be mechanized. I understand his ideals. His methods of extinction would result in humanity having meant something. Go. This is the last peaceful talk you and I will ever have. One last thing. Don't you think Edison is behaving strangely? I don't know what you mean. Thomas is the very avatar of intelligence and rationality. As far as I can tell, he behaves exactly the same now as he did when I first summoned him on behalf of the citizens of Moon Dubai. Having said that, he was a different class at that time, a caster. Once he became a moon cancer after hearing BB Dubai's explanation, he began to harbor intense anger towards death. Or rather, towards the concept of parting with one's neighbors. That's all I have to say. My involvement with this matter ends here. We may be enemies, but I wish you luck nonetheless.
So, an ordeal call based around the immortality, death, and the fear of loss? Is that what the themings are?
There she is! Look, she's right where Ben said she'd be! Who should the spy skulking around my factory turn out to be? But the old humans of Caldia. Thank you for saving me the trouble of searching for you. Thank you for being so astonishingly foolish! As a token of my appreciation, I'll let you gaze upon the fruits of my Alvatron Company's labor before sending you to your demise. Tell me, what do you think of my awe-inspiring production line? My unparalleled military force? Why, in 10 days, I declare I will have sufficient power to prevail even if I were to take on every moon cancer at once. Now, on another note, I would have a spy stealing what's mine on my watch. Stop right there. Now never step towards my goddess.
How's he still so fast while that bolt? Is he wearing skates or something?
It's called linear movement, you ignoramus. Now give yourselves up already.
Go on, Senpai. We'll hold them back while you get the lift.
Thanks, Mash.
No more crazy talk, Edison. You're the king of inventors. Are you ashamed to be participating in something like the final boss of humanity's Annihilation Showdown? And why are you wearing those dangerously pointy sunglasses at your age anyway? The entire human race could see you for reckless endangerment, and they'd be right to do it.
Grr. You have a tongue as sharp as any reporter that ever badgered me. Inventors have feelings too, you know. But no matter. Now that I have awakened to my duty as a Mooncaster, I fear no such slanderous defamation. Besides, the human race is dead and gone. There's no one left to blame or criticize me. Plebeians like you could never understand my deeply profound approach to this problem.
Sure we can. You're proposing humanity went extinct because they turned themselves into machines, right?
What?
That would certainly put an end to humanity. There'd be no more wars, no discrimination, no inequality. Sounds pretty happily ever after to me. But really, Thomas, tell me how that's at all interesting.
How it's interesting? You even need to ask? I'm going to turn Earth into a completely automated factory that does nothing but manufacture products and ship them out into the vast, empty blackness of space. That is the Alvatron Company's vision. That is my purpose as Thomas Alva Edison Alter. My name will shine through the ages of Hugh's history as the genius who built the solar system's largest factory.
That's ridiculous. Who are you even going to send all those products to? What purpose could they possibly serve?
Oh no, it doesn't matter. What matters is that humanity accomplishes something great. This is what happens when you try to reward those who are still living. Humanity should just disappear forever. Those are some impressive defenses. I'll add them to my collection once I... Huh? Damn, Lip! A universe-wide cash and delivery scam? Not on my watch. What the... Did Lip kill him? I made it. Now to follow Jinako's instructions.
Passion Lip's statue is kind of like a time capsule. She has been summoned as a servant, yet exists without a master. It was Lip's mind, her software if you will, that guided you around 2030 Dubai. Thus, if you reinstall that software onto her frame, her hardware, she should reboot. Raise thy command spell, varnish thy command spell, and Passion Lip shall awaken, awaken, awaken. At least I think. If not, I'll feel bad.
Ah! Wake up, Passion Lip! So is that gonna cost me, or...?
Contract accepted. Good morning, Master. I already understand the situation. Would you like me to take care of the threats in the area?
Absolutely.
50 enemy units located in field of view. Activating skill Trash and Crush.
What the... Ah! My army is being condensed! Oh god, oh god. Is he dead? I guess not.
I'm still picking up their signals, but it looks like Anthony and his mechanized army have vanished. That was Lip's compression codec. I've never seen this output so high before. Welcome back, Lip. Thank you for saving us once again. No need to thank me. I was merely following my master's orders. Nice to meet you, Shielder. I'm Passion Lip, the alter ego of love and hatred. Sorry to say this so suddenly, but I recommend we retreat. That attack dramatically reduced my combat output. It will take me 93 minutes to recover my strength. I won't be able to stop a second wave. You need to get someplace safe as soon as possible, or I may end up vanishing.
We don't have a backup of Passion Lips data right now. Now I'm sad. Oh, I didn't know it was all gonna be dialogue.
Thank you for filling me in. I see. Though this is the second time I saved your lives. I'm glad I know our relationship sounds so positive. By the way, Master Bear Draco, am I right to assume you wish to continue our contract since you woke me with your command spells?
Yeah, of course.
Then please keep our magical energy bypass open. It may not be much, but it's better than nothing. Now that I've informed you of our current status, I'm going to go back to sleep until my magical energy is back to 90%. I knew this was a possibility, but I didn't think she'd get reset quite like this. It's not just her memories that are gone, she's lost her individuality as well. She's more like an alter ego of indifference now. Who knew you could have ego without feelings?
This isn't a joke, BB. What can we do? Is there any way to bring her memories back? You can turn it off.
Sorry, but I'm afraid that's beyond even me. You can't get her memories back because she doesn't have any in the first place. She's only just awakened to the world. You just have to come to terms with the fact that she's a new Passion Lip who doesn't yet know any of you. Mash, speaking as an AI, I appreciate that you care so much, but please, don't be too sad. The Sakura 5 are all supporters and partners to humanity, just like I am. They may not look like it, but they're machines. If one breaks, a new one can take its place. No matter how carefully you handle them, or how much love you shower them with, they can always be replaced. Humans might find that sad, but believe it or not, it's actually something we're proud of. The very fact that Passion Lip was able to save you all again is a badge of honor as far as she's concerned. Yes, you're right. Lip is still Lip, even if she doesn't remember the summer we spent together. All we need to do now is to convey to her how much we care for and appreciate her.
Yeah, she might be different, but she's still Lip. So, what about Melt and Protea?
It's the same for them, of course. They're both supporters and partners of humanity as well. Of course, one fancies herself a prickly rich girl who refuses to listen to anyone, and the one's a late bloomer with boundary issues. But nobody's perfect.
Good point. Lip might speak differently now, but her heart's still in the same place. Right now, what's more important is how we relate to her. Relate to her. Thank you, BB. This was helpful. I appreciate your coming all the way back to the ship to check in with us. Sounds like you haven't been having much luck on your end, though.
Aw, Bartholomew. You really know how to hit it where it hurts, don't you? Alright, I can give you a little more useful intel. BB Dubai will never leave Area B. 30% of Moon Dubai's power comes from the underground facilities. The remaining 70% comes from the Burj Khalifa. And since the Burj Khalifa doesn't have any generators, we can assume that BB Dubai is using her own magical energy circuits to provide it. So tell Jinaku that BB Dubai will never leave her tower as long as the city of Moon Dubai exists. That should help put her at ease a little, even as timid as she is. Our ultimate goal may be BB Dubai, but it's also crucial that we do something about every other area's moon cancer too. There's no way we can let anything as outrageous as the final boss of Humanity's Annihilation Showdown succeed. So let's wipe out all the other moon cancers before one of them gets their approval rating to 0%. Go team!
Yeah! That's fine. Just please don't be the surprised 8th boss. BB. Did they really think they could get rid of me just by digitally compressing me into junk data? It may have taken an entire year's worth of development time to code an extraction program, but looking at these results is well worth it. And since time spent in compression is also compressed, it can't have been more than a minute here in Raleigh. Wrong, President Thomas. Your admin processing is 3 hours behind. Please get back to work immediately. Please get back to work immediately. How incredible that a single servant can do such massive damage. This is exactly why she's my goddess of destruction. I must scare her back at any cost. One can never have too many powerful weapons after all. About that, Mr. President, there is a visitor waiting for you in your office. Oh? Who is it? Another moon cancer come to propose an alliance? No. She is a beast calling herself Enki Erishkal. Do android foxes dream of being pampered? Is Coin Sky gonna attack us now?
Section 6. Do android foxes dream of being pampered?
Oh, not only you got let back, she even turned Essence army to a cute kick, huh? Nice work. Sounds like you guys kicked all sorts of asses out over there. I'll just shut Essence up for a while. Once word gets out that the old humans from Chaldea beat him, his approval rating will go down, too. So, where's Lip now, anyway?
She's recharging her mental energy at the cafe. She said she needs to maintain mental energy levels that allow her to deliver maximum output for Senpai's sake.
Oh, I get it. He says energy levels, but what she means is calories, huh? So, as for Chaldea's BB, actually, I'll just call her BB. BB Cosmo to keep things simple. Anyway, you mentioned going your separate ways at the harbor, right?
Yeah. She said she was going to develop a jamming app that can keep BB Dubai off her backs while she investigates her surroundings.
Oh, good point. I can't very well go into the city as long as I'm still facing off against her. I was hoping to meet her at least once, though. Well, maybe I still can if things work out. Anyway, you also said BB Dubai will never leave the Burj Khalifa, right? That's the best news I could hope for. I thought that might be the case, but now I can nap without care in the world. Well, no. I guess that's still not true. Okay, Bear Draco, let's get down to business. You've seen a pretty good amount of Moon Dubai by now, so you probably also know something weird.
You mean how we can see the moon even though we're on the moon? Yeah, what's up with those billboards anyway?
I was wondering about that too. Is that moon just being projected onto the dome?
Oh, you were wondering about that? I figured that was just there to make the city feel more like it was on Earth.
Even though these people are AIs living on the moon, as humans, their hearts will always be with Earth. Is that what it's supposed to symbolize?
Oh, how romantic. That's the gentleman of the sea, right there. Yeah, you're probably right. But no, sorry. I was actually talking about those billboards. They're all over the city. Koyan, the company that's basically taken over Moon Dubai's entire construction industry these last few years. For example, all those buildings in Area E, at the very heart of Moon Dubai, Koyan. And their CEO is Area E's Moon Cancer, Koei and Skaya. She's a much bigger threat than Edison right now. Just take a look at these ladies' pose.
Area E has 63% approval rating? Then they're already in striking distance of 70.
Exactly. If they keep this up, it'll be a couple of days until Koei and Skaya's proposal is chosen as the reason humanity died out. I've got no idea what will happen when it does, but I'm a member of Caldia, so I won't just stand by and let her get away with this. So I want to find some way to bring her approval rating down. Refute her proposal, find something scandalous about her, or just force her to withdraw, wherever it takes, wherever works. I'm sorry to keep making so many requests of you, especially when they're so dangerous. But would you go to Area E for me? Absolutely. I want to start by talking to her, but yeah, of course.
So we'll be heading to the Dubai Mall in Area E next. Master, is it possible for one of us to stay here in Old Dubai? The militia are still pretty green, so I'm worried they might not be able to defend this place if Edson comes back.
Oh, perfect. I'll stay behind. I'm actually pretty worn out, so I could use the rest. I don't think I have it in me to head right into another area after getting back from Area I. But if I stay here, I can rest up, help out the militia, and repair the ship. 3 birds, 1 stone. Plus, firepower isn't a problem now that you have another reliable servant on your side, right, Lip?
I see. Your proposal takes our respective combat abilities into account. Your assessment is correct. Compared to me, Briar Bartholomew, your contributions to battle are negligible at best. Myself and Shield and Mash will be more than sufficient to handle any combat situations.
Great. Then I'll leave Area E to the 3 of you. Sounds like a settled. I agree, having one of you stay here will help us out too. But before you go, would you hear out the guy struggling to speak up behind you, Baradako?
Behind me? Where? At Masterbox? Ah, Akneem.
Hello. Do you have time to eat lunch before you go, Caldians? No? Then here, I made box lunches for you. Will you take them? I included lots of sweets. Thank you, Hakim. We do need to eat, so this will be a really big help. I need things too, like joy. Everyone needs joy. Please be careful. The Null is dangerous. Don't worry.
Crap, my eye.
We have my defense and Lip's offense. We also have my senpai, who is so experienced he can handle anything. This will be the best. This is the best possible squad we could put together right now. We're a small elite team, so we won't draw attention either.
I see Mash is straying to demonstrate how useful Lip can be. You could say it's a beautiful show of friendship, but you could also say she's just spinning her wheels. Still, as a master, Baradako knows when to push ahead and when to pull back. I'm sure he'll do a fine job of backing Mash up. I wish you could wait until night to sneak in, but if Chinako's right, we don't have any time to waste. Master, I know you're just running recon this time, but if you get a chance to sell things, don't be afraid to take it. I'm counting on you.
Quick but careful, right? I got you. Don't worry, if we need to run, we will. Hey, Luck. I'm doing good. How are you? How have your, I assume, Honkai Star Rail polls been going?
So far, so good.
Ah, so this is the old username.
Suffers are good. I'm not seeing any groups of citizens gathered out here. I see there is an observation deck and a mall here. Which facility is our destination?
The mall, of course. The, Dubai Mall. We're here for the Dubai Mall? FGO is extremely grindy. There is no automation in it at all. And the pull rates are classic old Japanese pull rates, so real hard to get a server you want. And pity is basically non-existent. It is so high that you basically don't consider it at all unless you're saving for like a year. It's one of the things where you play for the story, and you pull with what you got. You don't wail, basically. I don't remember if it's next year or the year after, but we will get a large amount of poll currency. Like 1,000, which is a massive amount, considering the fact that we only got like 30. I play Star Rail, so you already know how that goes. Pretty much all the other gachas I played have closed down. So, eh.
It says Koyan Mall above the entrance. What a terrible name. Is someone going to get in trouble for that? It's fine. We're on the moon, and it's the 3019. I see. Are you too familiar with this facility's interior? Yes, you showed us around here before when we all went shopping. You, Master Airskull, and I went around together and visited lots of different stores. I see. Then let's go in now. There's no time to waste. I'm glad you two are familiar with this place. Right, we should hurry. Which entrance would you like to use, Senpai?
Yeah, you too. Thanks for dropping by. We should probably avoid the front gate, so maybe a small side entrance? Maybe we'll try sneaking in through a vent. Well, that doesn't seem possible. So, side entrance. Actually, let's just go right through the front. On second thought, Coin Sky would appreciate us being direct.
It looks pretty much the same. I still don't know which stores to go to first. But unlike the Dubai Mall, there aren't any people here to enjoy themselves. Is it closed today? No, it says open. And the stores are clearly open too.
Don't be ridiculous. The store fronts are only there for ambiance. Anything you might want is made on demand now, right? Just one tap from your cage and it's yours. Have you not gotten your personal collars yet? Then you should hurry and ask Mistress Koinskaya to. Ah! These people are human! Old humans! No wonder they smell so bad. Everyone, get over here! We have intruders. Just tear them apart and use the remains as raw materials for bioskin. Ew.
We're about to be attacked by a group of citizens. Please get ready to mount a defense. Finally, my turn. I see no need to hold back against AIs. I'll compress you all into bite-sized chunks of data.
Interesting. Not forcing you to use mash. Okay. Riders and casters, huh? No, not you. Altigo. Why is this emulator so laggy? There's nothing else running, and I still have like 100 gigs of RAM free. And my CPU is only like a 30. Why is it slow? Makes no goddamn sense. Ah, damn it, doesn't make me smash. Oh my god. Wait, what? She has the Steiny's turn. Celeb Prisoner, Moondog B and A. I kind of forgot both need a buster, so that's completely useless. Heavy damage, HP restored for overcharge. And hers is Buster increase. I don't know which one give more power. Good. Stun himself. Nice.
Alright, the Koyan Mall. And that's a Mooncaster. I guess we're fighting Point in Skya. You're too strong. You're merciless, targeting our weaknesses. So this is the cruel brutality of old humanity. Still, we new humans were prepared for this kind of terror. You don't hold an LED to Mistress Koyanskaya. You fools. I can't believe you just charged in right here through the front gate like a bunch of, fools. Go ahead. Just try and make your way straight through this corridor. I'm counting on your, foolishness.
Well, I guess his trash talk was fancy. What is it with this area?
Master, I'd like to confirm something. Did you choose to enter through the front gate out of consideration for my nails? I am very aware of the monstrous size and shape of my hands. That is no different from the passion lip inscribed in Kaldia's spirit origin graph. So you do not need to be concerned about me. That goes for conversations like the one we had earlier too. That you see me as the same passion lip you knew before is complicating our communication. So please just treat me as a weapon. That is how a servant, no, a sacrificed alter ego like myself, who consists only of BB's excess data, should be treated. But that concludes my proposal. I am now detecting multiple organic key signatures down the corridor. Let's go after those AI who ran away. They have likely fled to the moon cancer.
Are those people in those cages? But they're being kept like... Is this a zoo? No. It's more like...
Like a pet shop, no? Take a look. The best quality feed, premium toys, a safe, cozy room free of predators. What greater happiness could a slave want from their master? My plan for humanity's extinction, to end the end to civilization brought about thanks to them becoming no more than pets. Welcome, people of Kaldia. I've been waiting eagerly for your arrival. Now please, go ahead and press the Koyan button on this terminal. All you do is pledge your support, and I guarantee you'll have a wonderful afterlife to look forward to.
Point Skya! It really is you! But I thought you turned over a new leaf in South America! No.
That was the light me. Such a foolish rabbit. Always helping humans in spite of her claims of hating them. I am Skya of Dark, a wise, clever fox. And I am prepared to destroy the world out of love for my darling human pets. So how could I possibly pass up a choice opportunity like this final boss of humanity's annihilation showdown? Master, I don't see any guard AI nearby. Shouldn't we attack? Oh my, if it isn't one of BB's alter egos. I see you got her back from Sir Edison. King Portea still claims she's the strongest being on Moon Dubai. I wonder how you'll measure up. Your specs seem orders of magnitude lower than hers. Oh dear. Maybe you're a dud then. I remember something BB once told me. Peddler Drop is the weakest at Sector 5, but Passion Lip is the most useless.
She's just going, you Lip. Don't let her get to you. Hey, Koinskaya! Hey, Koinskaya or not, I will kick your ass if you keep talking like that.
Alright then, if a fight is what you want, I don't mind being your opponent. However, I'm the face of Moon Dubai right now, you know. It would reflect poorly on me if I were to kill customers who entered my store through the front door, as etiquette demands. So let me give you a thorough breakdown of my campaign slogans first. Plenty of time for us to cross swords after that. Master, remember what Janako asked of us? She wanted us to lower Koinskaya's approval rating through any means necessary. This seems like a good opportunity. Maybe we could find out what she's thinking and why her proposal is so popular.
Alright, give us the spiel.
Oh, I thank you. But of course, that is to be expected from the master who conquered no fewer than 7 lost belts. My vision for humanity's end is not a tragic one. In a sense, it's the logical conclusion of the world where AI technology began. In this world, AI technology from the year 2000 is touted as the symbol of a new age of humanity. Once invented, AI began to evolve orders of magnitude more quickly than anyone had predicted. As a result, war was a thing of the past by the year 2070. Can't believe it? People have known the answer for thousands of years. Why do humans fight? Why does inequality persist despite ongoing advances in technology? The answer is simple. Humanity itself is the problem. Whatever advances there might be in civilization, true equality could never be achieved as long as humans remain human. But AI took care of that completely, by replacing them, by becoming more intelligent than humans ever were. Your job not going well? Let AI handle it. Can't seem to manage the budget? Let AI handle it. Your life not what you wanted? Let AI handle it. Your government not working? Let AI handle it. Letting machines run our government? Is that a good idea? It could be disastrous if they make a mistake. Like humans never make mistakes. Of course they do. Make mistakes is practically all they do. Humans are the only creatures in the world who fail in inexplicable ways. So instead of humans making mistakes for reasons even they don't understand, it was far better to let AI run things. Unlike a human, it's always clear to an AI when and why they made an error. Once AI was in charge, it didn't take long at all before society was equal. All at once, society was bursting at the seams with newfound artistic expression. From there, it was just a matter of doling out happiness. The logical endpoint of AI technology development is a farm where humans are managed and raised. By AI, of course. Don't misunderstand. I'm not saying that a truly abundant world is one that turns humans into livestock. In fact, a truly abundant world is simply a prerequisite to turn humans into livestock. AI's devotion to serving humanity is unwavering. Thus, over time, humans became no more than pets to be coddled. But even coddling can only last so long. Thus, the humans who happily lived in cages eventually found humanity itself to be a burden. Eventually, they chose to shut off their own life support devices. And that is my vision for humanity's end. If you have any criticism, please go ahead. Only those who truly, from the bottom of their hearts, believe this to be impossible may cast a stone.
No objections! No objections! Mistress Koinskaya's method of annihilation is perfect.
It was bound to happen. It was the inevitable conclusion. Humanity dying out is our fault.
It's plausible, just and free of pain. What rare form of annihilation could there be?
Mistress Koenskai's rule is test genuine love. You couldn't come up with an extension like this, that it? Look around.
Look around! Mr. Squanska's love loves each of us genuinely, equally. We would die for her. No, we would even give up our humanity, become beasts for her.
Oh boy.
Hush, my caged ones. I can't hear Lord Beldeco's counter-arguments over your baying. Now, as I was saying, that is my proposed method of annihilation. What do you think? Can I count on your support?
I do get where you're coming from, but I can't agree. No way. That would never happen. There's always gonna be someone who fights back. People will resist what you're planning.
I see. You do make a convincing point, given the things you've seen with your own eyes. So it seems you won't be supporting me after all. In that case, your guest status just expired, as did a deference I had for old humans. It's time we settled our differences as beasts do, with bloody tooth and claw.
Out here. Oh, where are we in this? It's a survival fight then. 5 turns. Advantage against human servants. Right, that's the thing. Well, the only thing I can do is just kind of tank out the damage.
収束胸部相関クズがペシャンコもちろん時短やります装填済みですここでまっすぐインターセプターオルテナンス全機能解放最大ダメージお任せくださいもちろん一歩了解ここでまっすぐブーストストライク
A lot of curses going on. Uh-oh.
わかりました逃がさない地面の死に
Oh, she doesn't count you.
抵抗はそこまでですはあ
Oh dear.
申し訳ありません恥ずかしいごめんなさい
Sure, taking long dead blood. I have made poor choices.
This いじった方がいいんじゃないか君の道行きを信じようさあ行きなさい
いいよゆっくりしてそうでなくっちゃ
ないか。
おねやおねかいはあ
Nice.
絶品痛いのを見せてあげる
Damn, Mel
超
seems
バ
strong.
カンスはここまでね
Yeah. Yeah, keep it. Jack off. How long's it gonna last?
甘口のようですね容赦はしません辛口のようですね
Ray, extra chain, or might chain? It might give me the most damage.
わかりやすいいですね多少手荒くともやれいしん誰がとも制圧とはこういうのです待望のシエル様いつまでも甘くはないと言ったでしょすいませんここで撤退せざるを得ないとは装備を見直してリベ
ほんと役立たって。
He lived! How are you so strong? The hell? You're even stronger than when you were a beast.
Oh, you're so sweet, Master. Your cries of frustration were delectable. I trust you. You see now. Oh.
My Chrome page crashed.
I trust you see now that you can never hope to defeat me. Now let's return to our original agenda.
Still have so much memory. How the hell did it crash out?
Please enjoy an exclusive shopping experience in the Koyan Mall of 3019. Oh, and by shopping, I mean acquisition. You don't need money to get what you want in this time period. Here, anything can be made to order. If you find something you like, you just acquire it. Take home as much or as little as you like. That is the dream of every human has, and the dream I built this Koyan Mall to serve.
So you're not going to keep us as pets then? So we don't have to stay here as your pets?
Heavens no. You all humans are mortal. Only new humans are capable of adapting to my annihilation plan. Of course, if you prefer to die fighting, I would be happy to oblige. Except that it would have an adverse effect on my approval rating. So instead, yes, I'll just be letting you go on your merry way. Well, ta-ta! Enjoy your Koyan Mall life! And if you change your mind, do come back and vote for me.
If she hadn't let us go. So that's the beast of taming. A fox who just toys with people.
I've never been so humiliated. Shall we challenge her again once our damaged spirit origins have recovered? No. If we just keep throwing ourselves at her, we'll just have the same problem. We need to come up with a plan. It would be one thing if Koyanskaya was somehow here by mistake and was still actually a beast. Was actually still a beast. But as a moon cancer, she shouldn't have so much magical energy. She must be relying on some kind of trick. What do you think, Master?
Well, she said we're free to look around, so let's see what we can find out. At times like this, the best first step is asking around.
You want to gather information? But there's nobody at any of these stores. Everything here is completely automated. Who are we supposed to talk to? Oh, Senpai, are you thinking...
There are plenty of people here. Let's go talk to them one at a time.
Huh?
Mistress Koyan's too strong? Well, of course she is. I bet she could even beat King Bertia now. I mean, you know she has 63% approval rating right now, right? That means 63% of the residents of Moon Dubai are allowing her to use their resources. With that kind of support, she's invincible. Oh. But never mind that. You people seem like you knew Mistress Koyan before she came to Moon Dubai. What was she like back then? Is it true that Koyan of Light is prettier than Koyan of Dark?
Why do I support Koyanskaya? Well, her proposal makes the most sense. The other Mooncasters' ideas are just all too far-fetched, or things I wouldn't want to actually see happen. Koyanskaya's chosen method is rooted in the logical conclusion of the path of AI's advancement. AI is all-powerful. There's nothing it can't make that humans can. It can produce resources from across the world. Ensure they're always distributed equally, and use them to make anything quickly. Do you know what it means to be all-powerful? It's when you have everything and can get anything. Humans who become dependent on that kind of power would never grow as individuals. So humans becoming pets is the obvious endpoint. That's why I went into this cage. Now that I'm here, I'm more sure than ever I was right. This is the best life.
Hey, this is this. You know what Koyan means? Bunny! That's knowledge from the old times, so I doubt anyone else in Moon Dubai knows it. It's not a word that exists in Russian, but in Kazakhstan, where they also spoke Russian, it was used to mean bunny. So Koyan means bunny, and Skaya is a suffix to create the feminine form, right? So the name Koyanskaya means Miss Bunny. I heard you guys talking with the guy 2 cases over, so Miss Koyanskaya of Light is a rabbit, huh? It finally all makes sense. I've been wondering why that was ever since I met her. Huh? Why did I know this thing from the old times? Well, that's thanks to the servant living in the exhibition room. He dresses exactly like a professor. He's the one who told me. If there's something you guys want to know too, you should go talk to him. He can be kind of mean, but he's a real handy resource.
You're wondering if Koyanskaya really loves us? If she's just doing this to win our votes? You know, there was a guy who used to wonder those very things. He came to this mall on a mission. He was so hung up on his stupid third-gen AI pride. Sure, he could expose the Fox Woman's true colors.
Oh, that guy was me. There was another guy here a while back who lost his sense of self and took his own life. He was probably testing Koyanskaya's proposal for himself, seeing if he really could die for her or not. When she heard what had happened, Koyanskaya applauded him and gave him a great send-off. But then, while I was out walking around later, I caught a glimpse of her, standing in front of his cage, solemnly, quietly praying for him. So yeah, she really does love all her pets deeply and equally. We can all feel it for ourselves. If your plan is to wreck her ratings by spraying nasty rumors about her, don't bother. It won't work. So the more I hear, the more hopeless this seems. Man, these people really do trust Koyanskaya implicitly.
So it wasn't a fluke that she's currently at the top of the rankings. I don't see any way to disprove her theory. Which means our only option is to find Koyanskaya's weakness. Oh, couldn't think of it. One of the people we talked to mentioned an exhibition room. Let's see. According to the mall's map, it should be at the far end of the West Wing's second floor. Let's go check it out.
Maybe it'll have a database where we can find a lead. I wonder who this professor servant could be.
These are recordings of fish swimming. It almost looked like an archive of Seraph. I'm not seeing anything physical here. It must be that anything on display here is only recorded data. It seems less like an exhibition room and more like a library or a bookstore. This is so exciting. I wonder how we can access this terminal.
Touch the tank and call up the record. That is, the fish you want to see. It will sense your brainwaves and come to you. Unfortunately, the search function is not presently working. That makes finding what you want a real pain in the ass.
Hans?
So, you're the reason the mall was in a tizzy earlier. Mash and Pashla. That's everyone you brought with you? Well, at least this mall is relatively sane. Stocking up on what you need shouldn't be too dangerous here.
Anderson, you're the professor's servant? And wait, what are you doing at the Koyan Mall? I thought there weren't any Kalian service left on Moon Dubai.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. One moment I wasn't here, the next I was. That's all I know. And no, there aren't any other Kalian servants here. Not with the BB Dubai idiot storing her way around. I don't want any trouble. Trouble's annoying. So I've just been lounging about here, reading. There's nothing else to do. But now, it seems the winds are turning. Tell me what's going on. Pay particular attention to the bizarre and outlandish stuff.
And now you're all caught up. This is great. Now you can join us too. He's not gonna join us.
Whoa, who said anything about joining you? An author joining the cast of characters. Doesn't suit me.
As somebody told you, we need to find a way to lower Area E's approval rating. You have any ideas, Anderson?
When it comes to politicians, the pen truly is mightier than the sword. A politician is always one good scandal away from ruin. In the real world, those consist of things like slush funds, bribes, and dark money. Money constantly changes the hands in large-scale urban development projects. Come to think of it, Koin Sky have founded a company that's been renovating buildings around this area too, hasn't she? There might be some underhand business worth looking into there. Luckily for you, I have the relevant records right here. You might be able to find something on her in there. The records pertaining to City Hall were in Y9, one block over.
I see. So there might be an off-the-books ledger in there. Leave it to me. Reviewing documents is one of my areas of expertise.
You're not going to go with her. It's a lot to look through just for one person.
I would shatter the glass of tank if I tried. I'm only here for combat.
I see. The right person for the right job, huh? Sensible, but damn if it's not dull as hell entirely too often.
So, what were you doing in here, Anderson?
Looking for inspiration. What else? I can't keep up with this BB Dubai business or final boss crap, but the history of Moon Dubai is fascinating. So far, I've only found records leading up to 2300, but it's still great stuff. Listen to this. 82,000 in this world. That was the year AI became a part of human society. At this stage, it was still just regarded as a new kind of computer program for helping people with their jobs. AD 2010, a startup launches the first AI designed to serve nursing homes, leading to explosive growth in the AI community. AD 2020, an AI is officially recognized as possessing humanity, making it the first in recorded history to receive human rights. It also says that particular AI was designed only to be a waiter at a cafe. It had no other functionality.
That doesn't make sense. An AI that only knows how to serve food is just another computer program. All it would have to do is take orders and carry food other machines prepared to customers. It wouldn't require a database, the ability to differentiate between similar things, or a simulated personality. It would just be an automated serving machine with incredibly simple neural activity. So it seems like an exaggeration to say that something capable of only a single function had acquired intelligence. And to give it human rights on top of that.
Oh, so you're saying anything with low intelligence and limited capability doesn't qualify as human? How about an infant? Does that not get human rights either?
Well, no, of course it does.
Exactly. Human rights aren't a matter of beings' abilities. They're conferred when we sense a being is alive. People tend to conflate humanity with intelligence. What they're really talking about, though, imagination. The people of this world must have decided that no matter what sort of being they are, or even if they can only perform a single type of action, anything with an imagination is definitely human. What if that had happened 20 years later? Then it probably would have delayed AI development by at least 200 years.
Really?
The fact that AI technology took its first real steps forward during a period when problems like pollution, dwindling natural resources, and mental health issues were still comparatively manageable. But humanity could divert far more resources to developing AI than they could have otherwise. Back then, the turning point was a matter of which reached critical mass first, human stupidity or AI wisdom. And in this world, AI wisdom won. For better and for worse. But we digress. Getting back on track. AD 2030, a quantum AI developed in Iceland, is the first recorded non-human intelligence to surpass the total collective computational ability of humanity. AD 2050, generational distrust of AI effectively disappears. That is to say, this is the year when the last of the older people who either couldn't or wouldn't adapt to this new technology died. It's like the last people who lived through World War II. It was also the year when bioethics laws were revised and genetic manipulation became legal. I see. So this is a year when genetic manipulation started extending lifespans and wiping out disease. Looks like it all comes down to AI's computational power and simulation capabilities. They're what allowed for the creation of technologies beyond any human. So by extended lifespans, do you mean immortal? Exactly. Idiots. They gleefully neglect their mental health for eternity. But when the tiniest way to improve their physique shows up, they're practically rabid for it. The result was that wealthy people who underwent this procedure stopped dying of natural causes altogether. Well, except for a few of them who eventually got tired of living forever and ended it themselves. What a waste. Anyway, here's the real meat and potatoes. AD 2060, a war broke out between humans. The great powers on the losing side collapsed. Even the winners slid into ruin. AD 2070, humanity elected to turn over its governance to AI. AI began to manage 70% of the world. It then initiated a plan called the Sophia Project. This project involved using AI to guarantee a certain quality of life for everyone on Earth, as well as the construction of a quantum computer on the moon. The next 200 years were completely peaceful. People never grew old, always had enough to eat, and enjoyed free, fulfilling lifestyles without ever having to work. Then, in AD 2200, a new law known as the Great Revision was passed. It decreed that AIs would no longer be relegated to supporting humans. Instead, they would be equal partners. This was the birth of second-generation AI. Naturally, these AIs were also recognized as possessing human rights, and households run by human and AI couples quickly became the norm. Wow, talk about futuristic. Like the way things are on Moon Dubai? Indeed, AI made humanity's dream come true, though whether it granted them itself or not is another question. In addition to peaceful society, another thing this AI-run world enabled was a stable population. Marriage and birth rate declined, but artificial insemination ensured the human population never dropped below a certain point. And let's not forget, people were dying very infrequently too. The ones who wanted children were a tiny minority. But then came AD 2270. This was the beginning of the end of humanity, or rather, the old humanity. Until then, it was believed that the immortality procedure would prevent death from natural causes forever. However, it turned out that even that had its limits. The year 2270 was when the first wave of people who underwent lifespan extensions, ironically, in the year 2030, died of old age. The problem was that these procedures had been undertaken 20 years before bioethic laws were revised and genetic manipulation made legal. Although AI had long since perfected the technology, it probably couldn't be made public at the time due to ethical concerns. This scandal shook society to its core. Suddenly, it turned out life extension had a limit after all, and the privileged class had access to it long before anyone else. The result was widespread distrust in AI. AD 2280. Birth rates continued to decline, even with machines carrying out artificial insemination. Then came AD 2299, the year war broke out between humans and AI. So not a war just between humans anymore. A war between humans and AI. Needless to say, humanity lost. Hard. Of course it did. How could they not, since AI was superior to humans in every way. By the end of the war, 90% of the human population was dead. AI then presented the remaining 10% of humans with one last opportunity to become AIs themselves. And so, in AD 2300, third generation AIs were created, and a new humanity was born. There are no detailed records of exactly what transpired during the human-AI war of 2299, at least not here. My guess is, either they're being kept somewhere else, or some higher up decided it was better to erase them.
I'm back. I went through every record I could find, but...
Looks like it wasn't very helpful. Sorry for wasting your time.
No, it wasn't. I couldn't find any records of anything underhanded connected to Koyan's urban development. Koyanskaya may be our enemy, but our business accomplishments are incredible. If anyone should be mayor of the city, it's her.
I see. If you're saying it, Mash, that must be true. So she's actually the law-abiding type after all, huh? Well, I guess that with skills like hers, she wouldn't need to play dirty. Even NFF Services' business practices were on the up and up from what I heard. Well, that leaves you with only one option left, exploiting her weakness. Koyanskaya's policies may be flawless, but Koyanskaya herself isn't. Try paying a visit to the pleasure zone. You'll find her Achilles heel being kept there, safe and sound. Achilles heel? What, like a legendary Fox Slayer weapon? There's a Chaldean servant being kept in a capsule over there. It's being treated with the utmost care and caution, too. Let's see, I think it said in honor of Nikitich.
Really? Nikitich? Well, she probably could put Koyanskaya in her place, but what's she doing here to begin with?
Apparently, Koyanskaya bought her at retail price when BB Dubai went to throw her away. I see. So back then. Then let's go save her right now. Yep. She'll be a big help if you can free her. Emphasis on if. People always take trouble to protect their treasures. That's why Koyanskaya keeps that horrid monster down there. He calls himself Emperor Persima, and he was the first ever champion to emerge from the Koyan Mall's underground wrestling scene. Okay, weird.
Alright, I'm gonna call it a night here, and we'll continue this on tomorrow. Man. I wonder if we're actually gonna beat Coin Sky in this node, or we're just gonna die. Because this is still like a full 20 node story, so I don't know. It might be just another red herring or another retreat fight layer. Until then, thank you everyone who joined me today, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.